Dost thou wisheth to access the librarium? Then present thine credentials to the scanner. Elsewise, be gone, or face 7 lashes.
Access granted.
You may enter, but remember, any attempt to access restricted knowledge will be met with the harshest of punishments.
Inquisitorial Bestiary Entity Designation, Cerberus Null 3-E682. Classification level, unrestricted. Level 1 credentials required. Entity class, Xenohereticus Extremis. Threat level, danger. Advisory, sharing a document or its contents with uncredentialed persons is punishable by death. Advisory, attempts to access unauthorized sections of this document is punishable by death. Encounter procedures.
If an instance of E682 is encountered by any Wormwood operative in the field, its precise location is to be tagged and forwarded to intelligence processing with priority code Keter. Once intelligence is cogitated, a mobile task force will be assembled and automatically dispatched to neutralize the entity. Mobile task force operatives are to be selected from Auric operatives where available. Where not available, substitutions may be made as needed. Mobile task force operatives are to be provided with no fewer than 2 members equipped with a minimum of either Class 3 anti-materials or Class 2 anti-armor weaponry. Failure to comply with this equipment specification invariably results in the loss of the entire task force. Administratum note: if substituting Class 1 personnel, recruit, for Class 3 Auric personnel, please be advised, waste of Class 1 personnel is not typically a punishable offense. However, wasting even Class 1 anti-personnel munitions is. Mobile task force operatives are to wear Class 2 protective gear, including respirators, Darktide gloves, long sleeves and pants, closed-toed shoes, blessed unguents and incenses, or sacred oils. Prayer during all combat encounters is advised. Where possible, mobile task force agents are advised to avoid contact with any part of E682's body or bodily fluids. Any contact with E682's body or bodily fluids during a mission is to be reported to post-mission quarantine staff and will require Class 2 quarantine and sterilization procedures. Failure to comply with these procedures will likely result in death of the individual either by execution or by infection within 48 hours. Compliance is in the best interest of agents and is required by the Emperor. MTF agents are advised to use at least 2 members of their team to attract the attention of E682 with Class 1 anti-personnel weaponry. The other 2 members should then strike the anterior pustule on the back of the beast with their Class 3 anti-material or Class 2 anti-armor weaponry. This will maximize the ratio of munitions expended to kills achieved. Waste of munitions is a sin. While melee weaponry and attacks can be employed to effect against E682, the entity can be difficult to engage due to its ability to bash assailants away with its foreclaws and tail. Where possible, ranged engagement should be preferred. Agents sprayed with E682's digestive fluid are advised to retreat to safety until such time as a rudimentary cleansing and a short duration are achieved so as to avoid subsequent consumption.
Warning.
Upon death, the entity will explode in a violent eruption of pus and fluid. Maintain at least a 4-meter radius from the dying creature until it expires. The creature's body will rapidly decay after its death. However, the residue of infectious fluids can poison the ground. A purification and purgation team will be dispatched after each conflict to ensure adequate cleaning and restoration of the environment. Entity description: E682 is a class of large, heavily mutated, and heretically bioengineered saurian. Note: Saurian carnosaur is a common designation for any large and generally carnivorous reptile. These are commonly farmed for meat and used in illegal black market fighting pits in Tertium. For more information, see Inquisitorial Bestiary Entity File Imperialis Agri 1-E1552. Its anterior legs have been surgically amputated, and its tail has been extended into a heretical facsimile of an enormous slug. Its mouth has been altered into 2 round orifices, one within the other, with rows of jagged teeth surrounding each. The second, interior mouth, is prehensile and capable of short extensions up to 2 meters. The beast displays significant aggression and ravenous hunger and will attempt to kill and eat anything in the vicinity, including heretics. While crawling, the heretically mutated body of the saurian will weep pus and fetid fluid. This fluid can contain noxious chemicals and infectious material sufficient to weaken, slow, injure, or kill humans, and even Ogryn. It is believed this pus and fluid is stored in the large yellow sac on its back, though this remains unconfirmed as no example of E682 has yet been captured for dissection. E682 is capable of regular expulsion of digestive fluids from its mouth at significant velocities. Able to reach as much as 10 meters, this fluid can cover a wide area and is capable of dissolving flesh and bone. Creatures, including humans, caught in the digestive spray will be marked for consumption by E682. Any creature that is within reach of E682's grasping foreclaws after being sprayed will be quickly grabbed and consumed. This is invariably fatal for the victim. However, some cases of survival exist in which quick-acting MTF agents were able to inflict high impact to the creature with the use of grenades, or in one case, a loyal Ogryn bodyguard tackling the beast bodily. This forced the creature to expel the victim. While the victims are sometimes able to survive this encounter, they are often left scarred, with significant chemical burns across their bodies and mental trauma. E682 is large but slow-moving, and has limited physical capacity to attack, only capable of swinging its tail or arms around in narrow arcs, or grabbing prey that strays too close after being sprayed with pre-digestive fluid, resisting significant punishment, and its semi-amorphous body structure leads to little differentiation of target priority with the exception of a large pustule on its back, or its open second maw. E682 is of significantly low intelligence, likely reduced by heretical modification, and will generally use proximity and injury to guide its target selection. Its behavior is entirely that of a ravenous beast, with no evidence of significant sentient cognition or forethought. The creature proceeds as directly as possible to its chosen target, and will change targets whenever something more immediate catches its attention. As this entity is heavily modified and rarely seen, no significant peacetime observation of its behaviors have been logged with the Ordo Biologus, and no administratum records exist detailing its restive behaviors. E682 has been observed to generally ignore the other heretics on the battlefield. It is not known how this is achieved. However, poxwalkers and groaners have been reportedly eaten while swarming around the creature. When consumed, these fetid enemies have been shown to provide significant restorative properties for E682, including the healing of significant wounds. It is unclear by what means this accelerated digestion and healing process is achieved.
End of file. Please enter security clearance level 3 credentials to proceed. Cogitating. Access granted. Classification level, confidential. Level 3 credentials required. Entity class, Malleus Extremis. Threat level, critical. Addendum 1.
The preceding document has been carefully constructed to provide actionable instruction to low-ranking field agents inducted into the Inquisition without exposing the true nature of E682. The true nature of E682 is not to be exposed to agents below Auric level, as it is not operationally or methodologically important to combating this entity in most situations.
Ignorance is strength.
However, the weapon of the Inquisition is knowledge, and if you can read this message, then you have proven your worth to the Inquisition. We authorize you to know more than others. E682 is not a heavily biomodified Saurian Carnosaur.
Recite the Litany of Faith. God Emperor, protect thy soul.
E682 is a demon directly from the warp itself, summoned by fell rituals of the heretic. This beast is aligned to the hypothetical deity Nurgle. While Nurgle itself, as a discrete being, does not exist, as there is no god but the God Emperor of mankind, the monsters from hell that heretics summon are real. We, here at the Inquisition, recommend you familiarize yourself with any anti-demonic procedures and faith-based metakinetic warfare techniques available. May the God Emperor protect you and your labors.
End of file.
Reginald here. Happy Halloween. This should be releasing about 3 a.m. because I think that seems appropriate for the holiday season. I hope you enjoyed this work of mine. It was quite the labor of love. I've always enjoyed the SCP Foundation and various creators on YouTube who read those, and I thought I would do something similar that could also be considered a guide for how to fight the Beast of Nurgle, just in an unusual format. Technically speaking, all of the information here is useful and correct, though there are a few in-universe adjustments, like you don't really need 2 people to distract the Beast of Nurgle, 1 is usually sufficient. If you like this kind of thing, definitely let me know in the comments. If it gets good traction, I'll do more. I think it's a fun thing to do personally, and I had a really great time doing it, so any feedback you have for me, I will gladly take. Otherwise, thanks so much for watching, have a wonderful day, and a great holiday. Bye-bye.